Hello everyone, I am back again and Frank is also back again. And this time it's about his honest opinions about music artists. I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet, but if I go on for 10 years I do apologise and I kind of want to get this done in less than half an hour, so without further ado let's crack on.
Hello and welcome to another video. In this video, I will be giving my honest opinions about music artists.
Right, I have a feeling this is going to be similar to the music rant that he deleted after I reacted to it. It's funny that he deletes it like within 10 minutes after I uploaded my reaction. Also, if you noticed something, I'll quickly mention this. For some reason, it took ages for you to be able to view it, but it's available to view now and it's not processing or whatever it's doing. But anyways, let's carry on.
So, let's start off with Ed Sheeran. Now, I like Shape of You and Bad Habits, they're quite good. So is Shivers. As for Don't and Sing from his second album Multiply, yeah, not too keen on them.
All of those I like. Don't, yeah, I kind of get it. Sing is kind of annoying, bit corny, but yeah, fair enough.
Now, um, also, I am not a fan of Thinking Out Loud from 2014.
I'm not a massive fan of that one. However, I do like the guitar solo in it. That one was pretty nice.
Yes, that's that one. That's Ed Sheeran. Now, as for Harry Styles, I like As It Was and Adore You.
As it was, I think personally is his worst song. I just think it's so overrated and it just sounds like a rip off of Aha's Take on Me. And Adore You's pretty good, so fair enough.
They're quite good songs. As for Watermelon Sugar, um, that's actually not one of his best ones. So yeah, that's Harry Styles.
I mean, I'm glad he agrees with me that Watermelon Sugar is pretty shit. You could call it Watermelon shit if you really want to.
Um, Also, Liam Payne. Now, I think he's sort of in the middle, actually. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of Strip That Down.
Yeah, Strip That Down's pretty corny. I'm not a big fan of his vocal performance on it. But Liam Payne's an artist which I'm not a big fan of. There was a song that he made. I forgot what it's called though. So yeah,
As for his other song, Bedroom Floor, that's quite good. But yeah,
never heard that one. In all honesty, I'm not a big fan of Liam Payne myself. But there is one that, like I said, there was a song that I know of him, but I forgot what it's called.
I'm not really a big fan of though of Strip That Down. So yeah, that's that one. As for Billie Eilish, well, to be fair, in my opinion, um, her music's quite bad. But
Uh, I don't know why, but I feel like he's just gonna say everything's bad. I mean, a few of hers I like is NDA, No Time to Die, Bad Guy, Everything I Wanted. Uh, what was I made for was alright. Happier Than Ever's good. Male Fantasy is good. What's it? Therefore I Am is good as well. I'm not a fan of Lovely because that song is so overrated. Um, I forgot. There's one called. I forgot what it's called, but there is another one that she released a while back. Ocean Eyes. That's what it's called. I'm not a fan of that one.
I mean, other people do like her, so that's not really my problem. Um,
But the thing is, Frank, you have shamed people for liking artists that you don't like, so it kind of comes off as your problem if you've got a problem with people liking people that you don't like.
so yeah. Now, as for Justin Bieber, okay. Now, I liked his early stuff like Baby, One Time, Somebody to Love, which features Usher.
Is he just naming songs off his first album? Because I don't understand how he likes Baby because like the ratio for like to dislike on that is horrible.
Boyfriend, that kind of stuff, right? But of course, as for, Sorry, What Do You Mean, Love Yourself, I mean, okay, I've got to admit, they are quite good songs. But I think really, his music has gone quite downhill.
I mean, in honesty, I think he went on a curve. I think started off pretty shit, peaked a bit, with "What Do You Mean?" Sorry, like you said. Um, Where Are You Now with Skrillex? That's a good one. But then songs like Peaches and yeah, I mean, I like Anyone. I like Hold On, but I'm not a fan of Stay. There's probably other ones as well. Oh yeah, what's it? Flipping Yummy. I don't know who actually likes that song, but it's horrible.
Now, as for Jason Derulo, again, like Justin Bieber, I liked his early stuff, such as like What She Say, In My Head. Hang on, yeah, such as like, yeah, What She Say, In My Head.
I mean, Frank. I think we all know they're like in my head, and I'll prove it right now. And there you go. He did cover that song years ago on some terrible old Android device by the looks of it. And if you want to watch that video, I will happily link it in the description because that's quite funny, isn't it? That he's naming a song that he's covered, and I'm waiting for him to say Robbie Williams' Angels. And if you're interested in watching that one, just go on the channel that video that I'm gonna link in the descriptions on, and then just watch the other one. But he misspelled angles, well, misspelled it as angles instead of angels. So, but yeah. Anyways, let's carry on.
Hang on, yeah, such as like, yeah, What She Say, In My Head, Riding Solo, Don't Want to Go Home, The Sky's the Limit, which was a really a good charted song.
I mean, the thing is that he's naming like a lot of Jason Derulo songs which I've never heard of because he's just. I like Jason Derulo's like mid 2010s era when he was doing stuff like Trumpets, Talk Dirty, um, Wiggle as well. There's another one as well. It just came and sort of in my head just now, but I forgot what it's called.
So yeah, The Other Side, again, good song.
I forgot about that one, but yeah, that was not the one I was thinking of. But yeah, it's also a good one.
Now as for Savage Love and Take You Dancing, they're quite shit songs.
Oh, finally, me and Frank agree. I'm pretty confident that he's going to refer to a couple of songs in my reaction, but I'm waiting for like a tangent at the end telling him, Quinn, if you're watching this, stop reacting to my fucking videos, you complete utter twat, or some shit at the end.
I mean, I actually hate his song called Take You Dancing. Now, moving on. As for Dua Lipa, again, I like New Rules. That's about it, really.
What about IDGAF? Or, you know, physical, don't start now, break my heart, levitating, and what's it? I'm the one, or be the one when it's called. Yeah, that one. There's loads, but you get the point. I mean, I love Dance the Night. That is an absolute tune. It definitely deserved number one. Just a shame it went on ACR the week after.
I don't like her other stuff, but I think New Rules is quite a good tune. Um, Now, as for Olivia Rodrigo,
He's gonna say everything shit.
um, I mean, to be fair, I don't like any of her songs. To be honest, I mean, yeah, I mean that's just my opinion. I mean, other people might like her. Now,
What's this attitude change? Like, why is he all of a sudden being like okay with other people disliking artists he doesn't like? Like, I don't. No, I mean liking other artists like he doesn't like. I always get my words muddled up, but you get what I mean. Like, how has he sort of changed his tone? I think he's trying to do it to bait us out to think that he's changed or some shit. Like he's now accepting the fact that other people will like things he doesn't. I don't know.
moving on. Now, as for Stormzy, the only song I like from him
I want to say he's going to say, um, "Blinded by Your Grace." I think he's going to say "Blinded by Your Grace," but I could be wrong.
is Own It, which of course features Ed Sheeran and Burna Boy.
That was my second guess. I'm not gonna lie, that was my second guess, but I thought he was gonna like Blinded by Your Grace, but I'm surprised.
Yeah, that's quite a good tune. As for The Weeknd, um, yeah, he's done some quite good tunes. I mean, for example, of course, he sang Blinding Lights, Starboy, I Feel It Coming, can't Feel My Face, yeah, Can't Feel My Face, The Hills. Um, so yeah, he's done Heartless. Yes, he's done some quite good tunes. The Weeknd has.
Everyone you've named is good, so fair play to you, Frank. I mean, I was expecting you to name some niche stuff, like I don't fucking know. I don't even know any of his niche material, but yeah.
Um, Take My Breath is another one's quite good. Yeah, hang on. So yeah, they're quite good songs. Yeah, yeah, by The Weeknd. Now, as for Rag and Bone Man, I like Human, I like Skin, and that's about it really.
What about All I Ever Wanted from 2021? That was an absolute tune, and anywhere away from here with Pink, that was a good song. Um, I'm not entirely sure on his other material, but yeah.
Now, as for Calvin Harris, he's done some quite good songs. Like I like a song called Let's Go, which features Neo,
That's a tune.
and I like a song called Giant, which features Rag and Bone Man.
There you go. That's another Rag and Bone Man tune that you like. Really strange that you brought up that and didn't say it in the previous one.
And I like a song called We Found Love, which features Rihanna.
Yep, valid.
But yeah, that's it really.
Mate, he's got loads of songs though. You know, Summer, Under Control, My Way, Bounce, Feel So Close, Thinking About You, Need Your Love, Feels, Slide, fucking Miracle, Desire, By Your Side. Oh, what was it called? Over Now with The Weekend as well. He's had loads. He's had over 30 tunes in my. He's got over 30 tunes in my library, so he's definitely done well. I think there's only one song I wasn't keen on, which was Potion, because that one was pretty bad.
And also, right, I like his music when he sings in his own songs, such as The Girls and Feel So Close and Accept and Accept and Accept and Acceptable in the 80s. Got this.
Acceptable in the 80s. You know what? I never really thought about him singing on his own songs, and I didn't even realise how many he did. Oh yeah, what's it? I'm Not Alone. That is an absolute banger. And My Way as well. That's another one he did. There was another one he did with, I think it was Benny Benassi. I forgot what it's called though, and I recently downloaded it. I think it's I Found You or something like that. Yeah, that's the tune.
In the end. So yeah. Now, as for Maroon 5, I like This Love, Moves Like Jagger, She Will Be Loved, Payphone, Maps, and Sugar.
Majority of those are decent. I mean, Maroon 5, I feel like their stuff in the 2010s was very different to their 2000s stuff, and their later stuff is not as great. Like, for example, I'm not a big fan of Girls Like You, and it's just one of those ones that are really corny. So, yeah.
Now, um, as for um, as for Madonna, of course she's quite good. No, she's done loads of good songs, but of course there are certain songs I don't really like from her, and they are True Blue, Like a Prayer, and Papa Don't Preach.
I like the last two that you said. The first one I don't think I've heard of.
So yeah, but yeah, of course. The songs I do like from her is Hung Up, Sorry, Vogue, Into the Groove, Like a Virgin, um, Vogue. I can't remember if I said that one or not.
You said that already, mate. How can you forget what you said in the space of 5 seconds? You did that with Ed Sheeran in the last video, which, if you want to watch, just go on my channel. It's the one before this one.
I don't know, but yeah, they're quite good songs. Now, as for Verses I missed out. Now, as for Justin Timberlake, again, I like his early stuff such as Cry Me a River, Like I Love You, Rock Your Body, Sexy Back, um, what good, what goes around comes around. So yeah,
Some of those songs I don't even know of that well, but there are some like "Sexy Back" I like. He has some good tunes. I mean, in terms of Justin Timberlake, he has got a good track record all around. Like, he hasn't got a lot of bad tunes or whatever, but I know some of them are quite forgettable and some just don't stick with people. Not in like, I don't like that song way, but like in a not gonna remember it after a few months sort of way.
and of course, also his song as well, right? His song as well called Mirrors, which came out in 2013, is quite a good one as well. So yeah, now, as for Pharrell Williams, the only song I like from him is Happy, mind you. It's
What about Get Lucky though with Daft Punk? I don't even know what else he's done. He's done quite a lot of songs in all fairness, and I can't. Oh yeah, Blurred Lines with Robin Thicke as well. Now, this one doesn't necessarily count 'cause he's not like credited as like an artist, but he's the one that shouts "Sing" on Ed Sheeran's song "Sing," and he's also in the music video for that one as well.
the only song that people know from him, although before he was actually in a band called Nerd, but but of course not many people know about that one. Um,
Nerd is quite a well-known name, but the thing is, not many people talk about it. So I think it's just one of those ones where people will probably go, "Oh yeah, I know Nerd, Pharrell Williams and that," but if no one brings them up or talks about them, then like no one like not many people bring up like the band necessarily, but not many people play the music anymore either.
as well as well as also producing many albums as well. Now, as for Becky Hill, again, um, I'm not too keen on her. Although I thought she was better though as a featured artist, like when she did, when she's an Oliver Heldens song called when she's in Oliver Heldens' song called Gecko Overdrive from 2014. That's quite a good one. But other than that, yeah, I'm not really too keen on Becky Hill when she started coming into her own.
Yeah, but Frank, you got to understand like Becky Hill likes to have solo tunes, like Space, and there's probably loads of others as well, but she has worked with a lot of different like producers like David Guetta. She's worked with Wilkinson, like Chase and Status as well. You've also like you said, Oliver Heldens. She's worked with Shift Key as well. There's quite a lot of tunes she's collaborated with other producers on because she loves dance music and that's kind of what she's about.
So yeah, that's it really. In terms of Becky Hill. Now let's move on to Lewis Capaldi.
I bet he's just gonna say I only like someone you loved and bruises and before you go and my favourite song by Lewis Capaldi is called One, which is from Divinely Uninspired to a Hellish Extent. And yeah, that's my favourite tune from him, and that's not even a single, that's an album track.
Now, okay, well I like his songs "Someone You Loved," "Bruises," "Grace," um, "Hold Me, Hold Me Whilst You Wait." So yeah, they're quite good. I mean,
There are quite a few more there. Like you've got Forget Me, you've got what's it? Wish You the Best, How I'm Feeling Now, Pointless as well.
now let's move on to George Ezra. Now I like his songs called "Shotgun." That's quite a good tune. "Budapest," "Paradise," "Blame It on Me," and that's it really. I mean,
I've listened to all three of the albums. I'm not so sure about Staying at Tomorrow's because I never really looked into that one, but I know that one's got Paradise and Shotgun and Hold My Girl. By the way, my least favourite George Ezra song is Hold My Girl. I just absolutely hate it, and I know many people like it. I'm just not keen. It's one of the. I think it's his worst song that he's released. That's my alarm for the chart, by the way.
okay. As for "Shotgun," I mean, I'd say right. That's actually one of his best. "Shotgun" is. So yeah, now as for Green Green Grass and Anywhere for You Tiger Lily, again, not really good songs. So yeah,
Green Green Grass is one of those songs which is very on the fence for many people. For me, like, I don't like it being in the chart, but I do like it when it sort of just comes on the radio or when I'm walking around and it's just playing in the shopping centre or playing at, I don't know, like a festival or that sort of thing.
now as for Sigrid, who Quinn likes, I'm not too keen on her. I'm not too keen on her. Although now, the reason why I said no, start again. Now, the reason why I say that I hate Sigrid is to basically piss off Quinn.
So, why would you admit to that on this video? Why would you admit that's the reason? You need to listen to her music because it's honestly out of this world in terms of modern pop. And you're gonna say, yeah, but all she does is muck around with the computer. Yeah, but there is one thing Sigrid does differently compared to other artists. She doesn't ruin her own voice with shit tons of auto tune. And you can make the argument, yeah, but auto tune wasn't being used in the 80s and 90s, which is true because auto tune came out in 1998, I think was the year the very early rendition of Autotune was came out, but she even sounds really good live. Like I've seen her twice live. I've met her in person. If you've even looked at any of my social media, you'll notice it's literally me and Sigrid on practically everything. So yeah, if you ever want to see that picture, just find any social media with it on. You can probably view it in full as well. I've even posted it. I think I posted it on my Instagram, which is private, and I posted on Facebook, which is also private. So there you go.
Because I know it winds him up. Anyway, moving on. Now,
I mean, Frank, if you need some advice on what to go for, listen to Strangers, or listen to Don't Feel Like Crying. Listen to Bad Life with Bring Me the Horizon. You can listen to Mirror as well. Listen to Burning Bridges. Listen to It Gets Dark. Listen to Head on Fire with Griff. That's my favorite Sigrid song and my favorite song of all time. Yeah, but basically, Head on Fire is my favorite Griff and Sigrid song. So yeah, and I know it's probably because it's a collaboration, but personally, between both of us, it's my favorite two songs. As a favorite solo song by both artists, my favorite solo song by Griff is Vertigo. That only recently became my favorite from her, and my favorite solo Sigrid song is personally to be decided because I don't really have a favorite solo Sigrid tune. I just say Head on Fire is my favorite one from her, even though Griff's on it, but is what it is.
as for Drake, the only song I like from him is One Dance and Hold On, We're Going Home from 2013.
That's songs, mate. That's more than one song. You should have said my only two favorite songs from Drake are those two. There's other ones I like. I like God's Plan. I like Nice for What. There's another one off that album, and I forgot what it's called. I always forget what it is. Yeah, there's another one off that album, and I keep forgetting what it is. Drake's not had the best track record for me, but I do like Tootsie Slide. I know that one's very cringy. I know it's very lockdown vibe, but whatever. I'm not really bothered. Also, like, there's another one by Drake. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Uh, Laugh Now, Cry Later. That one. That's the one I like.
So yeah, now, as for... have I missed anybody out yet? Okay, as for Sigala, well, it depends who is featured in their songs. Like, for example, I like their song called "Give Me Your Love," which of course features John Newman, and Nile Rodgers from Chic. But
I'm not gonna lie. That is my favorite Sigala song. Straight up, that is my favorite Sigala song, and it's just so upbeat. And my second favorite one would be with David Guetta and Sam Ryder, "Living Without You." That's another really good tune. But yeah, "Give Me Your Love" is just it's just the icing on the cake for his career. I can't lie.
other than that, yeah. Also from Sigala, I like their song called "Easy Love" as well because you know it samples ABC by the Jackson Five. Also, I like "Sweet Lovin' as well. It's quite a good song.
Um, Frank, I thought you had a problem with people just sampling songs. I don't understand him because he always says like I don't like songs with samples in, but then he's probably going to say, oh well, it depends on what the sample is, or and it depends how it sounds with the sample. But the thing is, he literally slandered any songs with samples in because he was complaining no music is actually new and it's all just remixes and interpolations and samples.
Sweet Lovin'. Um, now, um, so I think who else
Or by the way, I do like Sweet Loving as well, and Easy Love is good as well.
there is? Now, as for Will I Am, well, okay, well, when he was in the Black Eyed Peas, I did not like many of their songs.
I'm not a massive Black Eyed Peas fan, but what I will say is that my favourite Black Eyed Peas song, it's well, I'd say it'll be Let's Get It Started, but Meet Me Halfway off their last album, The End, or the END, that's how it's written out. Great songs. I like Shut Up. I like. I'm trying to think of other ones as well. I like Where Is Love. Funnily enough, that's the only Black Eyed Peas song my dad likes. So shout out to my dad for liking that one.
But of course, when Will I Am went solo, I thought he was a lot better, actually, when he was solo.
Um, I choose to disagree because it was very boardroom written. It was very easy to get number one with him because with him being in a band that was really popular in the 2000s, it was very 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 easy for him to get number one that way. But like, you know, he's got a few good songs. I like That Power with Justin Bieber. I like Bang Bang. I like This Is Love. I like Hall of Fame. And there's a few that I like. I like Scream and Shout, but if you notice a theme here, majority of them have got features on them. Him on his very own doesn't do very well. I like It's My Birthday as well. That's even though it's a corny, tingly tune, it's still good.
So yeah. Now, as for Snoop Dogg, again, I like his songs, but of course, there are certain songs I don't like from him. But yeah, now, okay, now, also,
In my opinion, Snoop Dogg is one of those ones where he's just a vibe. Like he's not a person that I choose to listen to like on my own back or off my own back even. But the thing is that whenever I just hear the name Snoop Dogg or I see him in a video or just see a photo of him, I just think his vibe as a person. I think it's so laid back and it's so chilling, and also especially his music. Like his music's very chill hop or chill hip hop, whichever.
yeah. Oh, hang on, no. Okay. Also, fun fact, did you actually know, right, that Pharrell Williams actually produced some of his songs? So there you go, there's a fact for you.
Frank, we could have just googled that one, mate. You probably learned that off Wikipedia or something. But like, I think the main person. I don't think many people are gonna think of Pharrell Williams when someone says, "Oh, do you know like who's the most popular producer on Snoop Dogg songs?" It'll be Dr. Dre easily.
Now, okay, so, now, as for, hang on, let me think. Okay, now, as for God's sake, hold on a minute. It'll come to me in a minute, hang on.
Frank, you need to start either pausing your recording or get a video editor and like cut out parts. For example, you can cut out the parts where you said, I'm trying to think of who else, or you can cut out the stuttering, you can cut out, the moments where you take a drink, or answer the door, or say you saw a ghost, or apologise for whacking your foot on the table, or having your dog walk in the shot. There's many things you could have cut out on these videos, but we've got them all traced, we've got them all re-uploaded, either unlisted, private on YouTube, or we've got them in a Google Drive folder. It's just funny some of the shit that comes up in his videos.
Okay, now, as for, Tiny Temper, again, I like his early stuff, right? Such as Pass Out, Frisky, Written in the Stars, but that's about it, really.
If anyone wants to know what my favourite Tiny Temper song is, it's easily Children of the Sun. I think that's probably his best song. It's just such a nice feel good song, and it's like an anthem for people. It's like a very good feel good song in my opinion. So if anyone wants to check that out, if you've not already, Children of the Sun by Tiny Temper, what a banger.
As for Will Young, who Quinn hates, um,
I don't hate Will Young. I just said I don't really care for his music. There's a difference between not caring and hating someone. The person you're probably mistaken him for was Michael Bublé. I think he's an absolute piece of shit in the music industry.
again, the only song I like from him is his song called Jealousy, which came out in 2011.
Never heard of it. I thought Will Young was out before then. I don't really know who he is. I've heard of the name, it's popped up a few times for me, but I just don't know who he is, nor do I really care about his music, which doesn't insinuate that I dislike him. He might have some good songs, I might check him out, you never know. If it comes on the radio, I might like it, but I feel like he's one of those folky pop artists, which I don't think would sit with me personally.
So yeah, now, as for example, right, the songs I like from him is of course Kickstart, Won't Go Quietly, Change the Way You Kiss Me, Stay Awake, and Midnight Memories.
I only know 2 out of the 5 you just named, and I also thought Midnight Memories was a fucking One Direction song. I mean, he probably has his own song for Midnight Memories, but yeah, whatever.
Which of course was his early stuff. Now to be fair, right, example does sound very similar to Calvin Harris. So yeah. Now, as for JLS, right, again, I like their early stuff such as Beat Again, Everybody in Love, One Shot, The Club Is Alive. But of course, I'm not a big fan though of She Makes Me Wanna.
I like all of those. That's just simply it. They were iconic when I was younger, so yeah, pretty much it.
Because I think it's a load of rubbish.
It ain't that bad. What is it because of that feature that they had? In honesty, like most pop songs now just had the most random featured artists on it, and their verses would just not make any sense. But whatever.
So anyway, that's part one. Now, yes, there will be a part two, which will be coming out Wednesday. So I'm going to go now, and like, subscribe, and peace.
Right, so he did mention my name. Probably, and he literally just admitted, I hate Sigrid because Quinn likes her. And I also say that because it pisses him off. Mate, I'm not that bothered. I'm just saying, I already knew for a fact you said you don't like her because of me. And you're just trying to get my attention. But I'm surprised I was the only person you brought up. And it's probably because I'm the only one who's actively saying things on your channel and doing these reaction videos. But, you know, this video wasn't terrible. I kind of got the point, and if he's doing a part two, this could be a little good series for him. And it's not necessarily a music review, but he is sort of saying what he likes and dislikes with a bunch of random artists. And I feel like he was inspired by my reaction when I was naming more and more songs by artists, which he probably forgot to mention. But you know, but just to make you remember, Frank, or just to remind you either. I do not dislike Will Young. I just don't care for him. They're two different things. Not caring and disliking are two very different things. So, there you go. But anyways, it's about to hit 6 o'clock where I am, and I kind of just want to watch the news on BBC, because I'm kind of boring like that. I like to know what's going on in this shit world that we live in. But other than that, thank you for watching. Frank, I'm looking forward to reacting to more videos, and I'm waiting for you to have a random tangent about me watching your videos, or whatever, or something to do with me at some point, either in the middle of the video, or at the start, or at the end. But that's about it. Catch you all later. See you in a bit.